Good morning, everyone. Before we begin today, I want you to answer one simple question in your mind. No sharing yet. Well, have you ever walked into an interview or presentation and thought, I don't feel like myself today? If yes, you are in the right session. Today's module is not about expensive clothes, perfect English, or copying someone else's style. It's about knowing yourself so that who you are on the inside matches how you show up on the outside. Now, what is professional grooming, right? When we hear the word grooming, most people think of clothes, hair, shoes, expensive bags, etc., right? But professional grooming is much deeper. So, personality grooming is all about how you enter a room, how you sit, listen, and respond, how confident or hesitant you appear, how clearly you explain who you are, right? So you don't lack confidence, you lack clarity about yourself. And clarity comes from self awareness. Yes, learners, our session for today will be on self awareness. Now, in urban job markets, employers meet 10 candidates with similar degrees, 5 candidates with similar skills. What stand out is how well you understand yourself. When you are self-aware, you your answer in interviews, was full of confidence. You answer in the interview without memorizing fake answer, and your body language becomes naturally confident. You stop pretending and start presenting. An interview, like let's take a paradigm or an example of an interviewer that who can sense within 30 seconds if you are trying to impress or being authentic and prepared. Now, let's do a quick reflection activity here. Take a pen or open your notes. You can also type in the chat box. Think of one day in college or school when you felt confident, in control, proud of yourself, right? You can ask yourself, what was I doing? How was my posture? How did I speak? And what was my inner dialogue? Okay, you can quickly type in the chat box. Now, on the contrary to this, you think of a day where you felt awkward, underprepared, low on confidence. Here, you ask yourself, how was your body language? Were you trying to avoid eye contact? And what was you were thinking internally? To yourself. Were you talking to yourself or not? So here, in the two situations, you notice something important. Your A part is your personality didn't change, and B part is your awareness and preparation did, right? So you need to understand your professional persona, correct? Now let's understand how you naturally show up at work or interviews. Okay, just give me a moment. So here, what we're gonna do is we have set of questionnaires you have to answer, and so there is nothing right or wrong here, correct? You just have to be a bit in structure, and the flexibility will bring adaptability. So you need to understand that in self-awareness there is nothing right or wrong. It is all about preparedness. Now, professional or personality grooming means presenting your natural style professionally, correct? Let's take another example where in the interviews there are options. First option says that you confidently share. Second option says that you feel nervous about it. So first of all, let me clear that nervousness doesn't mean that you're weak. Okay, it means that you care, you need practice, and so because your personality didn't change. Correct. Now let's talk about the strengths, the weaknesses, and the grooming alignment here. Let's be very clear. A weakness is not a flaw, and a weakness is an ungroomed strength. So here you need to pay attention to these two traits. In communication, the strength is having clear ideas, and the challenge could be avoiding eye contact. Okay, that was in the trainer chart or the reflection part. Okay, so your idea needs to be strong, your delivery needs grooming. Okay, let's talk about the appearance. One strength could be neat. Okay, and the challenge is unsure of your dress code. Okay, so here what can help out is confidence increases when decisions are removed, and it create a default interview outfit. Okay, now let's move on to some grooming tips and personality characteristics. Okay, let's take a look at some personality characteristic or traits here. For an introversion, you may be calm and thoughtful, but silence can be misread at times. So, what you can do is the solution is you have to keep a gentle smile on your face. You should be nodding whenever you are listening to the other person. Having short verbal affirmations will do good, like yes, I understand. Okay. Whereas for the extroversion part, what you can do is you may be energetic. Okay. But over talking reduces impact. So the solution could be you take a pause whenever it is required, right? In between your conversation, breathe a bit and let your words land. Okay. For the next part, which is agreeableness, which is you're supportive, but avoid saying sorry too much. Replace sorry with words or sentences like thank you for your patience. Now, the key message here is professional grooming is about balance, not personality change. Okay, let's do an interview role play here. Okay, let's do an interview role play here where you have to imagine that you walked into an interview room and the interviewer asks, tell me about a time you overcame a challenge. Now, what you need to think, you have to first pause and smile, sit upright, maintain an eye contact, and you can structure your answer having star or car framework, right? Your answer needs to be structured. So always remember your confidence is communicated before you even speak. Okay. Now there is another checklist here, that is grooming checklist. You have to know your strength here. You can also explain weaknesses with a growth plan. Okay. All right. That is grooming. Now, before wrapping up, let's have this activity where you need to ask yourself, what are the 2 traits that I am proud of? What one grooming habit will I work on this month, right? So before closing, always remember that your personality is not a problem to fix. It is a brand to groom. So know yourself, dress with intention, speak with clarity. And thank you so much. And I look forward to seeing the best version of you in your next interview. Thank you so much.